Texas is currently attempting the impossible. While the rest of the world is talking about the future, the Lone Star State is busy building it with massive, multi-billion-dollar undertakings that seem more like something out of a futuristic movie than reality. We are talking about engineering feats so large they can be seen from space, infrastructure that will redefine how an entire continent moves, and energy projects that will turn Texas into a global powerhouse for the next century. Forget everything you thought you knew about the Texas landscape, because by the year 2030, this state will be completely unrecognizable. From high-speed trains cutting through the heart of the desert to massive coastal barriers and urban tunnels hidden beneath your feet, Texas is in the middle of a construction boom that makes the old oil boom look like a minor event. If you want to see where the world is going, you have to look at what is happening in Texas right now. Let's dive straight into the 8 insane mega-projects that will make Texas unstoppable by 2030. First on our list is a project that sounds like science fiction but is very much a reality. The Texas Central High-Speed Rail. For decades, the triangle between Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio has been a nightmare of traffic and endless highway construction. But everything is about to change. Texas Central is planning a high-speed rail line that will connect Dallas and Houston in just 90 minutes. We are talking about speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour, using the legendary Japanese Shinkansen technology. This isn't just a regular train. This is a game-changer for the entire southern United States. Imagine living in Dallas, but being able to grab lunch in Houston and be back home before the workday is even over. The project is a massive multi-billion-dollar private investment that will create thousands of jobs during construction and inject billions into the local economy. They are currently working through the complex logistics of land acquisition and environmental clearances. But the vision is clear. By 2030, the 4-hour drive on I-45 will be a thing of the past for millions of travelers. This project will turn the Dallas-Houston corridor into a single economic mega-region, allowing businesses and people to move with a level of freedom never before seen in America. It puts Texas on the same level as the high-speed rail networks in Japan and Europe, proving that the state is ready to lead the way in modern transportation. Next up, we have to talk about the massive engineering marvel known as the Coastal Spine, or more famously, the Ike Dike. You know how vulnerable it is to massive storm surges. After years of planning, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the state of Texas are moving forward with one of the largest civil works projects in the history of the country. This is a multi-layered coastal defense system designed to protect the Houston-Galveston region from devastating surges. The centerpiece of this project is a massive sea gate system at Boulevard Roads that will be one of the largest of its kind in the world. We are talking about gates so large they can block off an entire bay when a storm approaches, while still allowing the world's busiest ports to operate normally during calm weather. But it's not just about gates. The project includes hundreds of miles of dunes, levees, and seawalls that will act as a buffer against the power of nature. This project is vital because the Houston area is home to the largest concentration of petrochemical facilities in the nation. Protecting this region isn't just a local issue, it's a matter of national security and global economic stability. By 2030, parts of this massive shield will be in place, ensuring that the engine of the Texas economy remains protected against whatever the Gulf of Mexico throws at it. Moving into the heart of the urban centers, we have the North Houston Highway Improvement Project, also known as the NHP. Now, you might think a highway expansion doesn't qualify as a mega project, but you haven't seen the scale of what Houston is doing. This is a multi-billion-dollar total reimagining of the highway system around the downtown area. They aren't just adding lanes, they are moving entire sections of the freeway underground and creating massive park spaces on top of them. This is a concept known as a cap park, or a highway lid. By tucking the massive concrete highways out of sight, Houston is aiming to reconnect neighborhoods that were split apart decades ago. It will create acres of new green space right in the middle of the city while simultaneously fixing the massive bottlenecks that have plagued the region for years. The sheer volume of earth being moved and the complexity of rerouting traffic in one of the busiest cities in the world is mind-blowing. By 2030, the downtown Houston skyline will be framed by lush parks instead of sprawling lanes of traffic, proving that even a city built for cars can evolve into a destination built for people. Number 4 on our list takes us to the energy sector, which is the lifeblood of Texas. But we aren't talking about oil. We are talking about the massive expansion of the Texas power grid through the Hydrogen City project. Located in South Texas, This is set to be one of the largest green hydrogen production facilities in the entire world. The scale is incredible. They are using massive amounts of wind and solar energy to power electrolyzers that split water into hydrogen and oxygen. This hydrogen will then be stored in massive underground salt caverns and transported through pipelines to be used as clean fuel for heavy industry, shipping, and even power generation. This project is a massive bet on the future of energy. By 2030, Hydrogen City will have the capacity to produce millions of tons of clean fuel, positioning Texas as the global leader in the emerging hydrogen economy. It's a perfect example of how the state is leveraging its vast natural resources and existing infrastructure to lead the transition to a cleaner future without sacrificing its economic power. Now let's look at something truly massive happening in the world of semiconductors. The Samsung megasite in Taylor, Texas. While we often think of infrastructure as roads and pipes, the construction of this massive semiconductor manufacturing facility is one of the largest private investments ever made on American soil. We are talking about tens of billions of dollars being poured into a massive complex that will produce the most advanced chips on the planet. The site is so large, it has its own dedicated power substations and water treatment facilities. Thousands of construction workers are on site every day, raising massive structures that will house the clean rooms and specialized machinery needed for chip making. This project is central to the global supply chain. The Taylor site will be a cornerstone of the world's technology industry, ensuring that the brains behind our phones, cars, and computers are being built right in the heart of Texas. This is turning the region into a global tech hub, often referred to as the Silicon Prairie, attracting thousands of engineers and high-tech jobs to the state. Coming in at number 6 is the Port of Houston expansion, known as Project 11. The Port of Houston is already one of the busiest in the world, but as global trade grows and ships get bigger, the harbor needs to grow with them. Project 11 is a massive endeavor to widen and deepen the Houston Ship Channel. This isn't just about digging a deeper hole in the water. It is a highly complex engineering project that involves moving millions of cubic yards of sediment and managing the environmental impact on the bay. They are widening the channel by hundreds of feet in certain sections to allow for two-way traffic of the world's largest container ships. This will significantly increase the efficiency of the port, reducing wait times and allowing more cargo to flow through Texas to the rest of the country. By 2030, this deeper and wider channel will accommodate the next generation of massive ocean-going vessels, solidifying Houston's position as the premier gateway for American trade. The project also includes the creation of new marshes and bird islands made from the dredged material, showing that massive industrial growth can go hand in hand with environmental restoration. Number 7 takes us to North Texas, with the Dallas-Fort Worth Silver Line. This is a 26-mile commuter rail project that is currently carving its way through some of the fastest-growing suburbs in the country. What makes this a mega project is its integration and the incredible speed of development in the surrounding areas. The Silver Line will connect 7 different cities and provide a direct link to DFW International Airport. It's a crucial piece of the puzzle for a region that is rapidly outgrowing its highway infrastructure. Along the route, we are seeing billions of dollars in transit-oriented development, with new apartment complexes, offices, and retail centers popping up around the station sites. This project is changing the way people in North Texas think about travel, providing a high-quality rail option in a region that has traditionally been dominated by the car. By 2030, the Silver Line will be a mature part of the regional transit network, helping to manage the incredible population growth that is bringing thousands of new residents to the area every week. Finally, we have the Texas Water Mainline project. This is perhaps the most critical but least visible of the mega projects. As the population of Texas explodes, the demand for water is reaching critical levels, especially in the booming cities of the north and central parts of the state. This project involves a massive network of pipelines and pump stations that will transport water hundreds of miles from the reservoir-rich regions of East Texas to the thirsty urban centers. We are talking about pipes large enough for a person to stand inside, stretching across rural landscapes and through urban corridors. This project requires immense engineering precision to maintain water pressure and quality over such long distances. Without this massive investment in water infrastructure, the growth of the state would simply hit a wall. By 2030, this expanded water network will provide the lifeblood needed for millions of new residents and businesses, ensuring that the Texas miracle can continue for another generation. It is a silent but powerful mega project that underpins everything else the state is trying to achieve. When you look at these 8 projects collectively, a clear picture emerges. Texas is not just growing. It is evolving. It is transforming from a traditional resource-based economy into a high-tech, multimodal, and resilient global powerhouse. The scale of these projects is a reflection of the state's ambition. Texans have never been afraid of big ideas, and these construction sites are the physical manifestation of that spirit. By the time we hit 2030, these projects will have changed the daily lives of millions of people. You will see high-speed trains whizzing past highways, massive sea gates standing guard over the coast, and clean energy being produced on an industrial scale. But the real story isn't just about the concrete and steel. It's about the people who are making it happen. Thousands of engineers, laborers, and visionaries are working around the clock to bring these projects to life. They are navigating complex regulatory environments, solving unsolvable engineering problems, and managing some of the most difficult logistics in the world. They are the ones building the future of the Lone Star State, and the economic impact of this effort cannot be overstated. These projects are creating a massive demand for skilled labor, specialized equipment, and innovative technologies. This in turn is attracting even more businesses and talent to the region, creating a cycle of growth that shows no signs of slowing down. Consider the complexity of the Samsung site in Taylor. Building a chip factory is one of the most demanding construction projects on Earth. The precision required is insane. The floors have to be perfectly level and vibration-free to protect the delicate machinery used to print circuits at a microscopic level. The air inside the cleanrooms must be thousands of times cleaner than the air outside. Managing the climate control and air filtration for a building that spans millions of square feet is an engineering feat in its own right. As this facility reaches full capacity in the coming years, it will become the center of a new high-tech ecosystem in Central Texas, bringing in suppliers, research and development firms, and educational partnerships. Then look back at the coastal spine. The sheer scale of the Boulevard Roads gate system is hard to comprehend until you see the drawings. We are talking about gates that are hundreds of feet wide and dozens of feet high, designed to withstand the incredible pressure of a storm surge while remaining flexible enough to operate for centuries. The engineering involves massive concrete foundations sunk deep into the seafloor and sophisticated computer systems that can predict the movement of the tides and the path of a hurricane. This project is a world-class example of how human ingenuity can be used to protect our communities from the increasing power of nature. The transportation projects like the Texas Central Railway and the North Houston Highway Improvement Project are about more than just moving people. They are about quality of life. By reducing travel times and creating new green spaces, these projects are making Texas cities more livable and more desirable. They are proving that you can have massive industrial and commercial growth while also creating a beautiful and functional urban environment. The vision for Houston's cap parks is particularly inspiring, turning what was once a source of noise and pollution into a vibrant community asset. In the energy sector, Hydrogen City is a testament to the forward-thinking nature of the Texas energy industry. While the state remains a world leader in oil and gas, it is also embracing the technologies of tomorrow. By using its existing expertise in pipeline engineering and chemical processing, Texas is uniquely positioned to lead the hydrogen revolution. This project isn't just about environmental sustainability. It's about economic diversification. It ensures that Texas will remain an energy leader no matter how the global energy market changes in the decades to come. The Port of Houston's Project 11 is equally important for the state's long-term prosperity. In a globalized world, the ability to move goods efficiently is a major competitive advantage. By widening and deepening the ship channel, Texas is ensuring that its industries have direct access to the global market. Whether it's exporting energy and chemicals or importing consumer goods, the port is the vital link that keeps the economy moving. The engineering challenge of doing this work while the port remains fully operational is a masterclass in dredging and marine construction. The Dallas-Fort Worth Silver Line and the Texas Water Mainline projects represent the essential infrastructure that supports rapid growth. The Silver Line is a model of how to integrate transit into sprawling suburban landscapes, while the Water Mainline is the ultimate security policy for a state that has always struggled with the threat of drought. These projects show that Texas is planning ahead, anticipating the needs of a population that is expected to double in the next few decades. They are the foundation upon which everything else is built. As we approach 2030, the cumulative effect of these 8 mega-projects will be a state that is more resilient, more connected, and more economically powerful than ever before. Texas is literally terraforming its landscape to meet the demands of the 21st century. These aren't just local projects. They are developments with global implications. When the world needs semiconductors, they will look to Taylor. When the world needs clean fuel, they will look to Hydrogen City. When the world needs a model for modern infrastructure, they will look to the high-speed trains and coastal defenses of the Lone Star State. It's an exciting time to be watching Texas. The state has always been known for its big talk and big dreams. But right now, it is backing that up with the biggest construction projects on the planet. The skyline is filled with cranes. The ground is being moved by the millions of tons. And the future is being forged in the heat of the Texas sun. These 8 mega projects are the proof that when it comes to the future, Texas isn't just participating. It is leading the way. The ripple effects will be felt across the country. The high-speed rail will serve as a pilot for other states looking to modernize their transit. The coastal spine will provide a blueprint for other vulnerable regions around the world. The shift toward hydrogen and high-tech manufacturing will reshape the American industrial landscape. We are witnessing a historic transformation, a moment where the vision for the future meets the reality of modern engineering. The sheer ambition of these projects is infectious. They remind us that we still have the capability to build grand things that will last for generations. They show that even in a world that often feels divided and uncertain, we can still come together to build the infrastructure that everyone needs. From the water we drink to the energy we use and the way we move around, these projects are the building blocks of a better society. By 2030, many of these projects will be finalized or nearing completion. The first high-speed trains will likely be making their runs between Dallas and Houston. The gates of the coastal spine will be standing ready to protect the coast. The massive clean rooms in Taylor will be pumping out the chips that power our world. And the highway parks in Houston will be full of people enjoying the outdoors. It will be a new era for Texas, one defined by innovation, resilience, and connectivity. The story of Texas has always been a story of expansion and ambition. From the early days of the Republic to the modern age of space flight and technology, the state has never been afraid to take risks and build big. These 8 insane mega-projects are the next chapter in that story. They are the legacy we are building for the next generation. They signify a state that is not content with its past success, but is constantly reaching for more. In every corner of the state, from the ports of the Gulf Coast to the high plains of the north, the landscape is shifting. The sound of construction is the soundtrack of progress. It is the sound of a state that is determined to remain the engine of the American economy. These mega projects are the heart of that effort. They are complex, they are expensive, and they are incredibly difficult to build. But they are also absolutely essential. As we look toward 2030, it's clear that Texas is on the verge of something truly special. The scale of development is unmatched. The level of innovation is staggering, and the economic potential is limitless. Whether you live in Texas or just watching from afar, you have to admire the sheer audacity of what is being attempted. This is how you build a future that is truly unstoppable. Think about the traveler in 2030 who can board a train in downtown Dallas and be in downtown Houston in the time it takes to watch a movie. Think about the engineer in Taylor working on the next generation of artificial intelligence chips. Think about the residents of Galveston, who can weather a hurricane knowing they are protected by a world-class defense system. These are the real-world outcomes of these massive investments. They aren't just lines on a map or numbers in a budget. They are improvements to the human experience. Each project also represents a massive puzzle that has been solved. The geological surveys needed for the water pipelines, the aerodynamic studies for the high-speed trains, the environmental impact assessments for the port expansion. All of this required a level of expertise and coordination that is truly professional. It's a testament to the strength of the Texas workforce and the quality of the engineering firms operating in the state. As the world continues to change, Texas is proving that it has the agility and the resources to adapt. By investing in a wide range of infrastructure, from transit and water to energy and high-tech manufacturing, the state is hedging its bets and ensuring that it will be ready for whatever the future holds. This diversity of investment is what will make Texas truly unstoppable. It won't be reliant on any single industry, but will instead be a broad-based economic powerhouse. So keep an eye on these sites. Watch the towers rise and the tunnels grow. Pay attention to the massive shipments of steel and concrete heading for the coast. These are the signs of a state that is building its destiny. Texas in 2030 will be a place of incredible speed, immense power, and unparalleled opportunity. It will be a state that took the biggest challenges of the century and turned them into the greatest projects in its history. And the best part is, we are all here to witness it. The transformation is already well underway. Every day, more progress is made. More soil is moved and the vision gets a little closer to reality. It's an incredible journey, and these 8 mega projects are the map that will lead Texas into the next decade and beyond. The future is big, the future is bold, and the future is definitely happening in Texas. From high-speed rails to massive seawalls, the Lone Star State is showing the world exactly what it means to dream big and build even bigger. By 2030, there will be no doubt that Texas is truly unstoppable.